good, promises are good for nothing.
I taj mladić, ako je pametan bio,
And this young man, if he was smart,
on verovatno nju ne bi.
he probably would not take her.
Istina je jedna od najosnovnijih potreba čovjekovog postojanja.
The truth is one of the most basic and essential needs of human existence.
I to je jedan razlog zbog kojega je Isus rekao istina će vas izbaviti.
And that's why Jesus said, and the truth will make you free.
Istina, Isus nam je rekao gdje se istina nalazi. Where we find truth.
So he said also where we find the truth.
U Jovanu 17. glavi 17. stihu
In John 17, chapter 17 verse,
Isus kaže
Jesus says,
osveti ih istinom svojom,
make them holy through your word,
through your truth,
through your truth.
reč je tvoja istina.
Sanctify them through your truth. Your word is the truth.
Drugim rečima, standard istine i laži je ovdje.
With other words, the standard of truth and lies is in the Bible.
Sada zavežite pojaseve.
Now tighten up your seatbelts.
Sad idemo u čistu filozofiju.
We are going in a pure philosophy.
Ručali ste.
Now you have eaten.
Sad vam se ne spava.
Now you're not asleep.
Sad možemo u filozofiju.
Now we can philosophize.
Da vam postavim pitanje.
Let me ask you a question.
Šta je istina?
What is the truth?
Ma nemojte mi reći Jesus.
Don't tell me Jesus.
Jer to u redu, tačno je.
Okay, that's true.
Ali to je zaključak, nemoj odmah zaključak.
But this is a conclusion.
Kažemo da je Isus istina, onda mi recite šta je Isus.
If we say that Jesus is the truth, then what is Jesus?
Šta je istina?
What is the truth?
Vidite, mi upotrebljavamo reči i mislimo da znamo, a imamo neka osjećanja i nešto smo konstantno radili i to uspeva, ali kad dođe do definicije, onda izgubimo pedale.
You see that we are using words continuously, and then when it comes to definition, then we have to stop and think.
Ja bih rekao da je istina objektivnost, ono nekad jako žulja, ne sviđa nam se, ali drugčije nije tako.
Istina je objektivnost.
So the truth is the objectivity.
Treba biti objektivni da bismo shvatili istinu.
We have to be objective to realize the truth.
Da, ali to je isto što je sestra rekla.
So that's the same like what the sister said.
Postoji 3 teorije istine u filozofiji.
There are 3 theories of the truth in the philosophy.
Broj 1.
Number 1.
Teorija korespondencije.
The theory of the correspondence.
Istina je ono što opisuje stvarnost.
The truth is what describes the reality.
Ako vam kažem sneg pada napolju,
If I say it's snowing outside,
rečenica je gramatički jasna,
so that the sentence is grammatically clear,
ali nije istinita.
but it's not true.
Jer ono što ja, what I claim, kako bi ja...
Because what I'm saying,
ono što tvrdim nije potvrđeno stvarnošću.
so what I'm stating is not confirmed with the reality.
Drugim rečima,
With other words,
nije dovoljno samo da nam neko kaže da je nešto istina.
it is not enough for somebody to tell us that something is true.
Nego moramo biti ubeđeni da postoji identičnost između onoga što neko tvrdi i stvarnosti.
But we have to be convinced that there is an identity between the statement of somebody and the reality.
Biblija je mnogo stvari rekla.
The Bible has told us many things.
Biblija je tvrdila da će istina pobediti.
Bible told us that the truth will win.
I to je jedno. Jedno je da mi verujemo šta Biblija kaže.
So this is one thing to believe what the Bible says.
Ali kad se doživi to,
But when you experience this,
onda je to sasvim drugo.
then it's a completely different thing.
Zadnjih 3 godine bio sam 3 puta u Turskoj.
For the last 3 years, I've been in Turkey 3 times.
I jednom u Izraelu.
and one time in Israel.
I išli smo posjećivati onih 7 crkava.
And we went and visited the 7 churches.
I od svih 7 crkava,
And from all the 7,
Efeska crkva, u stvari Efes kao grad, je najveći i najinteresantniji.
Ephesus as a city and as a church is the biggest and the most interesting.
Po proračunima u vreme apostola Pavla, Efes je imao oko 300.000 stanovnika.
According to calculations at Apostle Paul's time, Ephesus was numbering some 300,000 inhabitants.
I odete tamo, teško je u jednome danu preći sve, naročito ne pročitati stvari.
And if you go there, you will barely pass from one end to the other in one day.
I onda uđete u onu arenu jednu.
And you go in one of the arenas,
Preko 70 sedišta, 70.000 sedišta.
more than 70,000 seats,
Veliko.
huge.
A na jednoj točki dole,
And there's one point.
kad stane,
You stay there.
kad govorite normalno,
When you normally speak,
svi vas čuju.
everybody is hearing you.
I onda imali smo kvartet tamo
And we had a quartet.
i kažu oni, ajde pevajte.
Okay, they say, let's sing now.
A mi stali, počeli pevati.
So we started to sing there.
Pa čujem sebe,
Now you hear myself,
a čujem svakog drugog.
but you hear also everybody else.
I bilo je, a nije bilo mikrofona.
And there was no microphone around.
A bilo je prvi puta kad smo to radili, bilo je nešto oko 200, naročito teologa i ovih vođa iz generalne, iz divizija su bili. Bili smo nedelju dana tamo, čitali referate, diskutovali neke jeresi koje dolaze u crkvu i te stvari.
So the first time we were about 200 theologians from General Conference discussing different items of heresies, etc. We spent the whole week there.
I onda kad smo otišli tamo, stali smo na tu tačku i počeli pevati.
And then when we came there, we stopped at this point and started singing.
Sa leve strane bile su neke lože i sa desne strane,
On the left side, there were some booths, and also on the right.
a ispod podijuma
And under the podium
su bili hrišćani, zatvorenici.
were the Christian prisoners.
A nazad bili su kavezi sa lavovima.
In the back were the cages with the lions.
I onda bi izvukli hrišćane
So historically, they would take the Christians out,
i hrišćani bi kleknuli i molili se,
and they would kneel down and pray.
a car bi sedio na sredini tog velikog polukruga
And the king would sit in the middle of this big hemicircle,
i postavili bi pitanje da li se odriču ili ne.
and they would ask him question of whether they are denouncing their faith.
I onda kad glasno kažu ne ili
then-
da, onda svi znaju.
And then when they say loudly yes or no, then everybody knows.
I onda ako ne, onda
So-
samo puste lava i lavovi izrastrgnu i
So if they say no, then they immediately let out the animals
na tom istom mestu s kojeg se sve čuje.
from that very place where you can hear everything.
Tako da kad smo stajali tamo, osjećali smo se na nekom svetom mestu.
So when we were standing there, we felt like we were on a holy place.
I dok smo pevali jednu pesmu, dođe mi ideja.
And while we're singing a song, I got an idea
Da pevamo onu pesmu We Have This Hope.
to sing the song that we have this hope.
I pred kraj te pesme kaže
And towards the end of the song,
We believe the time is here,
it says, we believe that the time is near,
where the nations far and near shall obey and shout and sing, Hallelujah, Christ is King. A tamo stojimo gdje su lavovi rastrgali hrišćane.
so we were standing there where the lions were,
Kad smo završili,
as we finished,
a ovi neadventisti tapšu pa bis, pa bis, pa bis, da se opet peva.
and now
I ja onda pozvao sve ove druge, pa kad su 200 najviše muškaraca, bilo je i ženskih, a ja stao tamo gdje je car sedio. Kad smo to zapevali, kad je ta arena sada svedočila ljudima, pa ljudi prolazili pa čekali, onda smo pevali neke druge pesme. To je evidencija da kad je Biblija rekla da će istina pobediti, stajali smo na tlu muslimanskom i afirmisali da je Bog car.
Okay, we're standing on a Muslim ground. I was sitting there where the king was sitting, and when we finished, then the non-believers were yelling out, visitors, beasts, beasts, beasts. But then over 200 men, theologians, we all started singing the song, and so in very forceful way we documented how the truth was having a victory, and in this way the statement was confirmed with the reality.
Exactly. Drugim rečima, korespondencija između stvarnosti i onoga što je Isus rekao videla se jasno.
With other words, we see here how the statement that Jesus made and what has happened corresponded, and it was confirming each other.
Na jednom od sedišta,
on one of the seats,
na grčkom je pisalo za hrišćane.
There was a inscript in Greek for Christians.
Iz raznih gradova.
From different cities.
To je bilo za one koji su bili plemići, hrišćani.
This was for the noble Christians from different cities.
Nešto oko 150 godina prije Hrista.
This was about 150 years before Christ.
Govorilo, znate šta? To je bilo prije Hrista.
This was a privilege.
Ne, that was before Christ.
Yeah, before Christ.
I onda otkud se hrišćani zovu?
So why are they called Christians if this was before Christ?
Zato što Hristos na grčkom znači Mesija, pomazanik.
Because in Greek, Christ means the anointed one.
Messiah, the anointed one. Bilo je drugih Mesija prije Isusa.
There were other messiahs before Jesus.
I bilo je sledbenika tih Mesija.
And there were also followers of these messiahs.
Samo ti Mesije nisu bili istiniti.
But those messiahs were not the truthful ones.
Jer ono što su oni prorekli nije se dogodilo.
Because what they predicted did not take place.
Čuli ste o onom dečku koji je našao spise Isaijine u onim velikim čupovima.
You see about this young man that found Isaiah scripts, scrolls in those big dishes.
Da čitate knjige koje su bile pisane o Bibliji prije tog pronalaska.
When you read in these scrolls what it says about the Bible.
No, if you read the books that were written before the scrolls were found. Before those scrolls are found. Yes. Onda ćete naći kako teolozi su tvrdili da Stari Zavet u stvari ne može biti dokazan.
Then the theologians were saying that the Old Testament cannot be proven.
Da su to neke kopije.
That those are some kind of copies.
I analizu oni pravili tamo.
And they made an analysis.
Tako Stari Zavet ne možemo imati poverenja u Stari.
So therefore we cannot trust the Old Testament.
Kad je ovo bilo pronađeno.
When this was found,
onda nisu imali jednu reč da kažu.
Now they had not a single word in their defense.
Jer to je bilo svega 400 godina posle Isaije.
Because this was only 400 years after Isaiah.
Dakle, 400 godina otprilike prije Hrista.
So about 400 years before Christ.
Na isti način, ako tvrdimo da smo hrišćani,
so in the same way we confirm that we're Christians,
ako se ne ponašamo kao hrišćani,
if we don't behave like Christians,
onda tu ima problem sa korespondencijom.
So then we have a problem with correspondence.
To je prva teorija.
This is the first theory.
Druga teorija je
second theory.
Teorija koherentnosti.
Is the theory of the coherence.
Drugim rečima, da stvari drže jedna drugu.
With other words, the things are holding to each other.
Znate ono kad ima slika, pa su je porezali na koje kakve komade, puzzle.
You know how when you take a picture and you cut it up in puzzles?
I sada vi sastavljate tu sliku.
And then you're putting this picture back together.
Ako nađete prave komade svaki puta,
If you find always the right pieces,
onda će ti komadi držati jedan drugoga,
then these pieces are going to hold each other.
tako da možeš uzeti sliku
So then you can lift up the picture
i neće se pokidati.
and it's not going to fall
Zašto je koherentno?
because they're connected.
U doktrini
In the doctrine,
to se vidi kada jedna doktrina ne protivreči drugu doktrinu.
you can see when one doctrine is not contradicting the other.
Tako, na primjer, neadventistički teolozi
So for instance, non-Adventist theologians
su odavno kritikovali besmrtnost duše
have for long criticized the
immortality of the soul.
yes.
U teologijama gdje se govorilo i o uskrsnuću.
Also in the theologians where it was talking about the resurrection.
Jer šta će vam uskrsnuće ako je duša besmrtna?
So what do you need the resurrection for if the soul is eternal?
Dok sam bio propovednik, imao sam jednog člana
While I was a minister, I had a member in one of the churches
koji je imao emfasimu.
who had emphysema,
Znate, ono kad se... Yes, emfizem.
lung problem. Mhm.
I svakog četvrtka ja bi išao kod njega
Every Thursday I was visiting
i
him,
mi proučavali biblijsku pouku.
and we were studying the Sabbath school lesson,
A njegova supruga bila katolkinja.
and his wife was Catholic.
I ona je uvek govorila kako ona ne veruje, ali ona hoće da učestvuje.
So always she would say that she does not believe it, but she would like to participate.
I sad njen muž nije mogao pred kraj, već nije mogao govoriti lako.
Now, towards the end, you know, her husband could not speak very clearly anymore,
Tako da je ona čitala biblijske stihove
so that she was reading the Bible texts.
i onda je ona kao odgovarala.
So then she was kind of answering for him.
Prije nego što je umro,
Before he died,
napismeno je izrazio želju da ja propovedam kad on umre.
he, in writing, requested his wish for me to preach on his funeral.
Ali on je umro, a ja nisam ni znao kad.
But he died, but I did not even know when.
Samo dobijem telefonski poziv
So all of a sudden I get a phone call,
i kažu mi da sam pozvan na sahranu tog čoveka
and they say, you know, I'm invited to participate in the funeral of this man,
i da će sahrana biti prvo u katedrali,
and that the ceremony is first going to be in the cathedral,
a da je grob u katoličkom grobu.
and that the cemetery is in Catholic cemetery,
I da bi oni želeli da se ja molim na grobu.
and that they would like that I pray on the grave.
A Kanada pa zima
And it was in the winter in Canada,
i vetar duva
and the wind was
i
blowing,
snega koliko nećeš.
and snow, you had it more than you want.
I odemo mi tamo,
And we go there,
ja se molio
and I prayed,
i on je onda poškropio grob,
and the priest sprinkled the grave.
prekrstio ga
He crossed him
i bacio zemlje
and threw some earth in,
i odemo mi kući.
and
Odemo kući.
then we went home.
Kad sljedeći četvrtak ona zove,
Now, next Thursday, his wife calls.
kaže, pa pastore niste došli.
Pastor, you didn't come.
A ja kažem, izvinite, ali moja ovca je umrla.
And then I said, sorry, but my sheep has died.
Ja, ali ja sam jako voljela kad bi došli.
Yes, she said, yes, but I would like very much if you would come.
Ja sad, Pastori nekad moraju misliti da li je stvarno potrebno da dođem ili je to babysitting.
So then pastors sometimes have to think, well, is it really necessary for me to go, or is it just babysitting?
A kaže ona, ali ja bi stvarno voljela da dođem.
And she said, but I would really like you to come.
Rekao, dobro, u redu, ne mogu danas, ali idućeg tjedna u 4 sata.
He said, okay, I cannot come today, but the next Thursday at 4 o'clock.
I odem ja.
And I go there.
I mi pričamo.
And we talk.
I pita ona kako ja volim njenog mladog svećenika.
And so she asks me, how do I like the young priest?
Kažem, zgodan, pametan čovjek.
And I say, well, he's a very likable, smart young man.
Ali vi se ne slažete sa svim što je rekao.
He said, but you don't agree with everything that he said.
A ja kažem, pa ni vi se ne slažete sa svim.
And I said, but you also don't agree with everything that he said.
O da, ja sam katolkinja.
And she said, oh yes, I'm Catholic.
I svi moji stari su bili katolici.
And all my ancestors were all Catholics.
I naša katolička crkva je stara već 2000 godina.
And our Catholic church is already 2000 years old.
I sve ona to priča.
And she says all of this.
A ja kažem, no, ali ja vama mogu dokazati da vi se ne slažete.
And I say, and I can prove to you that you don't agree with that.
Kaže, pastore, ajde.
Okay, then she says, okay, pastor, show me.
A kažem, se sećate kad smo na groblju bili?
Do you remember when we were at the cemetery?
Kad je sveštenik nešto govorio,
when the priest was saying something,
kako je vaša najstarija kćerka odjednom briznula u glasni plač.
How your oldest daughter all of a sudden broke in loud cry.
Da, sećam se, ona je bila najbliža svome tati.
She said, yes, she was closest to her father.
Kažem, se sećate šta je sveštenik tada rekao?
Do you remember what the priest said?
Kaže, ne.
No, I don't remember.
Rekao je da je uteši da ne plače.
He said that he wanted to comfort her so that she wouldn't cry.
Jer je duša našeg ljubljenog u Avramovom krilu, naručju.
Because he said that the soul of our beloved man is in the lap of Abraham.
I onda je objasnio šta to znači.
And then he explained what it means.
Da je kod Boga.
That he is with God.
Pa jeste mi tako verujemo?
Yes, we believe that.
Eko dobro.
Okay.
Sada, sećate se kad sam ja molio?
Now, do you remember when I prayed?
Kaže da.
Yes.
I se sećate šta je nakon svega vaš sveštenik rekao?
Do you remember what your priest said after everything?
Kaže, ne sećam se.
No, I don't remember.
Se sećate da vam je rekao?
Do you remember that he said?
To je sreda bila.
This was on Wednesday.
Da ne zaboravite veliku masu, svečanu masu u nedelju.
Not to forget the holy mass on coming Sunday.
Koja je koštala $1,500.
Which was costing $1,500.
Da bi se crkva molila za dušu vašeg ljubljenog da dođe do Boga.
So that the church would pray so that the soul of your beloved man would come to God.
Sada recite mi gdje je duša bila u sredu.
So tell me now where his soul was on Wednesday.
A ona kaže, ma ja ću mom popu govoriti.
Says, I'll talk to my priest.
Kad sam ja došao idućeg četvrtka.
When I come next Thursday.
A ona kaže meni, vidjela sam svećenika.
He said, I talked to the priest.
I on mi je rekao da više ne govorim sa tim đavoljim pastorom.
And he told me not to talk anymore with this devilish pastor.
A ja sam njemu rekla,
and I told him,
da ako je đavo istinitiji od svećenika, ja hoću istinu.
Then I said, if the devil is more truthful than the priest, then I want the truth.
6 mjeseci kasnije bila se krstila.
6 months later she was baptized.
Naša adventistička teologija, nemam vremena s vama da govorim sada o tome.
Our Adventist theology.
Ali ja sam bio na raznim razgovorima sa luteranima, sa evangelistima, sa baptistima, sa katolicima.
I discussed many times our theology with Lutherans, with Catholics, evangelicals.
I oni izaberu 10 s njihove strane i mi 10 s naše strane.
And they would select 10 texts, and we would select also 10 texts out of the Bible.
I onda mi spremimo referate
And then we prepare presentations.
koji oni traže.
The presentations that they're seeking from us.
A oni pripreme referate koje mi od njih
And
tražimo.
they're preparing the presentations to the topics that we're asking.
I sa luteranima pitaju oni nas na temelju čega mi odlučimo koje su naše najglavnije doktrine.
So the Lutherans are asking us on basis of what do we decide what are our most important beliefs.
Jer kažu oni, mi smo odlučili po tome šta je Luther rekao.
Because they say we decided according to what Luther said.
A mi kažemo, a mi ne tako.
And we said we don't do that.
Pa na temelju čega vi odlučujete?
So then say on which basis do you make decision?
Mi smatramo da je najvažnije ono što je najvažnije u Bibliji.
We believe that the most important is what is most important in the Bible.
Što se najčešće spominje u Bibliji.
What is most often recorded or brought up in the Bible.
I na čega se druga naša učenja oslanjaju.
And the statements on which other our beliefs are based.
A oni odjednom onako kažu, pa vi stalno govorite o drugom Hristovom dolasku, pa zar ima toliko puno citata govora o Hristovom dolasku?
So then they said, well, you always talk about the second coming of Christ. Are there so many places in the Bible talking about second coming of Christ?
A mi kažemo preko 300.
There are over 300.
Jao, pa mi nismo znali.
Oh, sorry, we didn't know that.
I kad razgovarate na takvom nivou s tim ljudima,
so when you talk to them on this level,
a mi smo mala crkva u uspoređenju s njima.
We are a small church comparing to them.
Ali što se kvaliteta tiče i istine tiče, prešli smo.
But what the quality is concerns and the truth, we have passed them by far.
Ne zato što smo adventisti,
not because we are Adventists,
a oni luterani,
and they are Lutherans,
nego zato što je Biblija.
Because we're based on the Bible.
To se slepo držimo Biblije.
Because we blindly follow the Bible.
Dakle, prvo teorija korespondencije.
So the first theory of correspondence.
Ako ono što je stvarno, onda je to istina.
So if what I say is real, then that is true.
Drugo,
second,
ako ono što kaže nema protivrečnosti.
So if I think that the statement that I make is holding together and that
onda je to istina.
Then this is truth.
Treća karakteristika
istine, third characteristic of the truth,
je pragmatična teorija.
The pragmatic theory.
Ono što radi, ono što funkcioniše je istinito.
So what works, what is functioning, that is truth.
Ne znam da li je Jovica bio onda u radnji.
I don't know whether John was in business then.
Mi smo njega Jovica zvali. A ja prvi puta u radnji kod Hačka,
and I'm first time in the first day in the business to learn the trade.
A on meni da budilnik da rastavim.
So he says,
he gave me the
so he gave me the watch to take apart.
Alarm clock.
Yeah, alarm clock.
A ja nikad to nisam radio.
And I've never done it before.
A on navio ove federe.
Yeah, but he has wound up all the springs.
I ja vidim da ima 4 šarafa.
And I see there are 4 screws.
I ja onako nonšalantno odvrnem te šarafe.
Yeah, I without much thinking, I unwind those 2 screws.
I one 2 platine.
And those 2 boards.
I ja to povučem.
And I pull it.
A delovi po svom svetu otišli.
And all of a sudden all the pieces fly out.
Na sreću ništa u lice ili oko nije otišlo.
Luckily none of them flew in my eye or my face.
I onda kad se tako nešto desi, kad nekome nešto ispadne, onda svi sede na istom mestu dok oni koji nisu blizu ne idu i traže i šta znam. Pokupimo mi delove.
And so when something like this happens, everybody stays there and everybody looks around and we pick up the pieces.
I ja očistim sve.
And I clean up everything.
I sada ja sastavljam.
And now I'm putting together this alarm clock.
I sve je išlo dobro.
Everything was fine.
Jer inženjeri su tako napravili da stvari u stvari ne mogu biti lako na drugom mestu. Ne?
Because engineers made it so that the parts cannot be easily on a different place.
Jedino zadnji točkovi.
Only the last wheels.
Jer oni su imali drugačije zupce.
Because they had different teeth, yeah.
Shape of
different teeth.
Was different. I ja te točkove stavim na drugo mesto.
And I put this pieces on a different place.
Samo što zvezdasti točak za budilnik ima deblju osovinu nego onaj točak gde ide klatno.
But the little wheel for the clock had a thicker axis than the other ones.
I ja proširim tu rupu.
And I enlarged this hole.
I sastavim ja sat.
And I put the clock together.
Sve na svom mestu.
Everything is on its place.
Ali sat ne radi.
But it doesn't work.
Nešto je lažno tamo
Something
bilo.
is wrong, faulty.
I nisam znao šta.
And I did not know what.
Na nesreću to je bio nečiji sat.
Unfortunately, this clock belonged to
I to je
somebody.
trebalo popraviti da radi.
And this had to be fixed so it would work.
I onda je Jovica morao stavljati futere.
And
da smanji rupu.
So then Jovica had to make smaller the place where the axis was.
Ako je biblijska istina istinita,
if the biblical truth is really true,
onda će menjati ljudske živote.
Then it is going to change human lives.
Onda će se videti otvoreno da li je ta istina po tome što će nas istina menjati.
Then we'll see clearly if this is truth because it is going to change us.
Ali adventisti i Biblija tvrdi još jednu teoriju istine.
But the Adventists and the Bible also believe and say another thing.
A to je četvrta teorija istine.
And this is the fourth theory of the
koja u
truth,
stvari kombinuje sve tri.
which combines all the previous three.
A to je Jovan 14,
And this is John 14,
6. stih.
verse 6.
Ja sam put,
I am the way,
istina
the truth,
i život.
and life.
Kad je Pilat postavljao ono pitanje šta je istina,
When Pilate asked a question, what is the truth?
i kad sam ja u početku postavio pitanje šta je istina,
And when I in the beginning asked you, what is the truth?
to je wrong, kako se kaže? Pogrešno pitanje.
This was a wrong question.
Na pogrešno pitanje teško je odgovoriti.
It is difficult to give a right answer to a wrong question.
Jer istina nije šta.
Because the truth is not what.
Istina je tko.
So the truth is not what, but who.
Jer sve one tri teorije su teoretske istine.
So all the other three theories are theoretical truths.
One rade u našem mozgu, mi
They'll work in
shvaćamo
our
mozgom.
brain so we can understand.
Ali istina je više nego samo koncept.
But the truth is more than just a concept.
Istina je istiniti život.
The truth is a truthful life.
Ako dođete do lekara,
When you come to a physician
pa se žalite na koleno,
and you complain about your knee,
a u stvari glava vas bole,
in actuality your head is hurting,
lekar vam ne može pomoći.
the doctor cannot help you.
Moramo biti istiniti.
We have to be truthful.
A ako znamo istinu,
If we know the truth,
a istina nas ne menja,
and the truth is not changing us,
onda negde nešto nije na mestu.
then there's something somewhere is not in place.
Kad sam bio pisao moju disertaciju,
when I was writing on my dissertation,
zove mene dekan
decan called me
i kaže mi: Miroslave, tvoj glavni profesor imaće operaciju prostate.
and he said, your main professor will have operation of prostate.
Da li bi ti mogao da ga zameniš?
Would you like to replace him?
A ja da umrem od čuda.
Well, his name is famous.
Jer McGill je tada imao 36.000 studenta. Sad
McGill
ima preko
had
80.
36,000 students.
I on mene subotara pita da ja predajem jedan doktorski seminar i jednom razredu magistara.
And he is asking me, a Seventh-day Adventist, to give a lecture to a class of non-Adventists,
Da predajem 6 tjedana dok moj profesor ne
to lecture for 6 weeks until the professor comes back.
A ja kažem: Dr. McClelland,
I said, Dr. McClellan,
ja sam adventista,
I am Adventist.
a adventizam nije šešir koji ja stavim ili skinem.
Adventism is not a hat that I take and off and put on as I please.
Ako ću ja predavati etiku, to će biti adventistička etika.
If I'm going to give lectures, and this is going to be about Adventism,
A on kaže: samo ti njima daj adventističku etiku.
just go and teach them Adventist ethics,
I kaže: mi ćemo ti platiti za to.
and we'll pay you.
3 sedmice kasnije dođe moj profesor
3 weeks later, my professor returns
u kolicima
in the wheelchair,
i sluša kako ja predajem.
and he is listening how I'm lecturing.
Pred kraj sastajali smo se utorkom 3 sata.
Towards the end, we're all meeting together every Tuesday for about 3 hours.
Jedna ženska digne ruku
And one female student lifts up hand,
i ona meni kaže:
and she says,
profesore, vi svetkujete subotu.
Professor, you are honoring Sabbath?
Ja kažem da.
I say, yes.
Pa kako?
How?
A ja onda objasnim kako mi
So,
počinjemo
can you tell us-
subotu,
can
kako mi, šta mi radimo, šta ne radimo subotom i to sve.
Can you explain to us what you do on Sabbath, what you don't?
A ona onda postavlja pitanje zašto.
And then she asks me why.
Ja kažem: pa u Bibliji je.
He says, because in the Bible.
Zašto je u Bibliji?
Why in the Bible?
Pa rekao: zato što je Isus svetkovao subotu na
Because
taj način.
Jesus celebrated Sabbath.
Ali zašto je Isus svetkovao?
Why did Jesus celebrate Sabbath?
A ja onda njoj kao da zabašurim stvari, a onda kažem kako se smenilo od subote na nedelju.
And then in order to kind of hide the issue, I tell her how the Sabbath was changed to Sunday.
Kaže: znam ja te stvari,
Says, I know those things,
ali ja vama kažem ovo.
but I'm telling you this.
Ako doktrine ne menjaju ljudski život, meni takve doktrine ne trebaju.
If doctrines are not changing human lives, I don't need such doctrines.
A ja već bio rukopoložen propovednik,
And I was
završio
already,
magistraturu
and I was finishing magister,
i sada završavam doktorat i nemam odgovor.
and I'm finishing my doctor's dissertation, and I don't have the answer.
Ja kažem: idućeg utorka ćemo to pokriti.
And then I say, next Tuesday we'll cover that.
Ja sam spremio propoved o tome.
And I prepare the sermon about this.
Ništa drugo nisam radio dok to nekako nisam pronašao.
And I did nothing else until I found out about this.
I onda kad sam došao, onda sam ovako rekao:
Then when I came there,
znate šta, ja vama ne mogu reći da sam ja, ne, ona je još preciznije bila rekla: da li ste bolji državljanin, da li ste bolji muž i da li ste bolji otac zbog subote?
and she was asking, are you a better citizen? Are you a better husband because of the Sabbath?
A ja onda kažem: znate šta, ja
And I
ne
said-
mogu reći da sam bolji,
And I say, I cannot say that I'm better,
jer to bi bilo hvalisanje.
because this would be pride.
Yes. Nego, ja vama mogu reći da zbog subote ja imam veće šanse
I can tell you that with the Sabbath, I have bigger chances
da budem bolji državljanin,
We-
otac i muž.
to be better. I have better chances to be a better citizen, better husband, and better father.
I onda ona kaže, objasnite kako.
Well, can you explain to us?
A ja onda kažem ovako.
And then I said,
Vi verujete da nas je Bog stvorio po svom obličju?
you believe that God has created us in his image,
Što znači on je original, mi smo kopije.
which means that he is original and we are the copy.
Ja subotom njemu dajem 24 sata.
On Sabbath, I give him 24 hours attention.
Da ga čujem,
So to hear him,
da se odmorim s njim,
to rest with him,
da stanem u kontakt sa onim što je on stvorio.
to be in contact with his creatures.
I onda ja uspoređujem to što je on i kakav je on i šta on kaže sa mnom.
And then I'm comparing what he is and how he is with how I am.
I to mene izaziva.
And that is enticing me
I iziskuje od mene da se menjam.
and requires from me to change.
To je kao kad bi slikar gledao na original pa prebacio pejzaž direktno na platno.
This is like the painter is looking at the original and now he's painting a copy.
A rekao što se tiče biti bolji muž,
According as far as being a husband,
subotom mi imamo vremena da sebi gledamo u oči
on Sabbath we have time to look each other in eyes
i da govorimo o nama.
and to talk about us.
Onda ja kažem, Dr. Borman,
Then I say, Dr. Borman,
kad dođe petak navečer,
when comes
Friday evening,
when comes Friday evening,
ja zaboravim i na tebe,
I forget about you
i na moj doktorat,
and about my doctorate
i
dissertation,
moj krvni pritisak pada barem za 10 poena.
and my blood pressure drops at least 10 points.
Ja ne moram misliti ni o čemu drugom.
I don't have to think about anything else.
Onda imam vremena da budem stvarno sa mojom suprugom.
Then I have really time to be with my wife.
A rekao što se tiče oca,
But as far as being a father,
samo da vam ispričam nešto.
let me tell you something.
Ja kažem, ja sam sedio, dogovorili smo se, žena i ja,
My spouse and I agreed,
i predsjednik konferencije,
and the conference president,
da do podne ja sam student.
that until the noontime I'm a student,
Posle podne i navečer ja sam pastor.
afternoon and in the evening I'm pastor.
I prema tome, ako ima telefonski poziv ili nešto, žena odgovori.
So if there is a telephone call, my wife is answering.
Ako je nešto hitno, predsjednik je rekao, zovi mene.
And if there's something emergent, then say, call me.
Tako da bi on onda našao neko ko će pokriti za mene.
So then that he could find somebody to cover for me.
I ja kažem, jednog dana
One day,
otvore se vrata
the door is opening,
i ulazi moj sin Adam,
and my son Adam comes in.
a imao je još pelene.
Oh, he has still windles.
I stane on ovako, jedva gleda,
And he barely stood up,
Preko
barely was
stola.
looking over the table.
a ja se ljutim što je pobegao mami,
And I was angry because he ran away from my wife.
pa čitam, pa dođem do kraja stranice, pa se ne sjećam šta sam.
And I was reading down the page, and when I'm down, I don't remember what I've read.
Pa 3 puta tako.
But 3 times I do it and I don't remember.
Konačno ja dignem glavu,
Finally, I lift up my head,
a on mene gleda pa kaže, Daddy,
and he looks at me and says, Daddy,
jesi ti mislio da sam ja niko?
did you think that I'm nobody?
A ja ustao pa ga zgrabio,
And I jump and grab him,
pa sam ga golicao,
and then I started
pa smo
tickling
se
him.
igrali.
And we're playing.
A ja kažem toj studentici,
And I say this to the student,
preko sedmice
during the week,
prolazimo jedan pored drugoga,
we're passing by each other
pitamo ga how are you
and ask, how are you doing?
i ne damo mu ni sekundu jednu da odgovori kako je.
And don't even have a second to give an answer to him.
A subota nam da vreme
But the Sabbath is giving us this time
da budemo kao ljudi jedni s drugim.
to be like humans once with others.
Kaže ona, ja vidim da vi stvarno istinito svetkujete subot.
Then she said, I see that you in reality celebrate Sabbath.
Subota proizvodi život, drugu karakteristiku života nego bilo šta drugo.
Sabbath is creating a different characteristic of life, different lifestyle than anything else.
I evo to je istina.
And that is the truth.
Istina je istinito biće.
The truth is the truthful being.
Jer ako smo pravi hrišćani,
If we are true Christians,
onda ne moramo pamtiti šta smo lagali,
we don't need to remember what we lied,
jer je istina uvek ista.
because the truth is always the same.
I onda nam je život lakši.
And then our life is simpler.
Istina će nas izbaviti na takav način.
The truth is going to save us in this way,
Što će ta istina biti ne zapamćena samo,
because the truth is not going to be memorized.
niti samo razumljena,
It's not only memorized,
ali će biti inkarnirana,
but it's also going to
otelovljena.
be incorporated in our life.
Evo toliko.
That's it.
Ispit sutra, a Bog će ocenu dati.
So now you can.
Pitajte.
Let's start with questions.
Smem sesti.
Can I sit down? Bolje to sit down when we start asking.
Znate šta? Kad sam počeo predavati, pa odmah sam predavao magistrima i doktoratima, pa sam se jako bojao da će me neko pitati pitanje na koje nemam odgovor.
When I started studying, I was afraid
When I
that
started teaching,
I was afraid that somebody would ask me a question that I could not answer.
and čim bi neko digo ruku, a meni strah dođe.
And as soon as somebody would lift up hand, I would start fearing.
Znate šta, ima tih prefriganih mozgova koji vam mogu postaviti pitanja, a morate jako biti oprezni.
There are some intelligent people that can ask you questions that you have to be very careful.
Well, čitao sam za moje bogosluženje jednog jutra.
I read for our sermon story.
I nađem da ni Isus nije sve znao.
And find out that even Jesus did not know everything.
I da je javno priznao.
Pardon me?
I da je javno priznao.
And that he consciously admitted that he did not know
I
everything.
nije izgubio svoj doktorat.
And he did not lose his dissertation.
Znate šta nije znao?
You know what Jesus did not know?
Nije znao kada će doći.
He did not know when he would come.
I to je u redu.
And that's okay.
Kaže, otac zna, ja ne znam.
The Father knows, I don't. Pastor? My question is not such that you have to worry. The question is about different heretics about the church, and the pastor is asking, what is your personal opinion? What do you think is the most dangerous thing in all of these heresies? I know that you are not worrying about a particular church, but I know what is burdening you.
Kad to prestane imati zadnju reč, onda smo nastradali.
I'm worried, and when the Bible stops to have the last word, then we are out of luck.
Imali smo 3 konferencije o evoluciji i stvaranju.
We had 3 conference meetings about evolution and creation.
Teolozi iz celog sveta naši su dolazili i naučnici.
Theologians and scientists came.
I razgovarali smo o tome.
And we were talking about it.
Bilo nas je 136.
We were 136 in number.
I bilo Bilo je jako žustrih razgovora.
And there were very strong and very intense discussions.
I Paulson je bio tamo, i svi potpredsjednici generalne, i svi predsjednici divizije, i glavni profesori iz Adventista.
All the high-functioning officers of the church, directors, president, and everybody.
I otvoreno se govorilo.
And we spoke openly.
I ima još danas nekih profesora koji veruju u evoluciju, ne u stvaranje.
And there are still some professors today who believe that evolution is what?
They believe in evolution rather than creation.
That believe in evolution. Mm-hmm.
I kad smo ih pitali,
And when we asked them,
gde je bio Isus u prvoj knjizi Mojsijevoj prvoj glavi?
where was Jesus in 1 Moses chapter 1?
Pa kaže, ne znam.
They say, well, we don't know.
Pa šta ti radiš sa onim stihom koji kaže da je sve kroz njega stvoreno i da ništa što je stvoreno nije stvoreno bez njega?
And what do you say with this? What do you do with these verses that say that everything that was created through him that was created?
Pa kaže, to Biblija kaže.
It says, well, this is what the Bible says.
Pa dobro, je li ima nešto verodostojnije nego Biblija?
Is there anything that is more truthful than the Bible?
Pa kaže, ne znam, ne sme reći ne.
Then they're not allowed to say no, but they say, well, I don't know.
Ali kaže, ovo što ja verujem je novija istina.
But this, what I'm believing, this is now the new idea.
Pa rekao, koliko je novih istina bilo, ja sam baš to pitanje postavljao, od kako je Biblija pa do danas, pa su to stare istine, pa smo čak zaboravili, moramo istoriju učiti da bismo znali šta sve su ideje ljudi imali. Pa zar vas to ne brine?
So I was asking, how, if this is some new truth, how many new truths do we have in the Bible that we have even forgotten, and we have to go back to the history and relearn and remind ourselves what are all the truths that have been there from beginning. Aren't you worried about it?
A on kaže, ne, znaš šta, ja, kaže, jednostavno ne mogu više verovati u to.
He says, well, I cannot believe in it anymore.
Onda, čekaj, pardon me? U našim školama.
Was this in our Adventist school?
Yes. Ali moj referat je bio o etici.
My presentation was about ethics.
Predavanja istina koje nisu adventističke istine u adventističkim školama.
So also, what are the truths in Adventist schools that are not biblical truths?
Yeah, it's more is what is the ethics of teaching non-Adventist truths in Adventist schools.
Mm-hmm.
I ja sam pronašao da u američkom zakonu,
and I found that in the German law, American law,
ima jedan stavak.
There's a paragraph
koji kaže
who says
da profesori u crkvenim školama,
professors in church schools,
su glasnogovornici crkve,
are the expositors of church.
For the church. I da profesori nemaju pravo da propovedaju ono što ne veruju i ono što crkva koja ih plaća ne veruje.
And that they are not allowed by law to preach something that they don't believe and something that the church that is paying them doesn't believe.
I na kraju kad smo se treći put sastali,
so on the end when we met the third time,
od 134 su potpuno poduprli naše verovanje o stvaranju, 24 sata, 7 dana.
On the end, 134 out of 138 have 100% accepted our beliefs in the creation in the 7 week.
7 day, 24-hour day.
Yes.
Četvorica nisu glasali.
4 didn't vote.
Nekoliko godina kasnije, sad to je bilo prije 4 godine, za tih 4 godine,
So this was 4 years ago. Now, during those 4 years,
tih otprilike 7 koji su predavali u raznim koledžima te stvari,
so there's 7 theologians that were lecturing in these areas.
ili su otpušteni,
They were released,
ili su negdje u administraciji, tako da ne govore studentima,
or in a different administrative position so that they don't teach students.
Jedna škola, mogu vam reći, Walla
Walla
je promenila sve sem jednog.
had changed all except one.
I neke su škole izgubile studente strašno.
Some schools have lost students in big numbers.
A škole kao recimo Southern, kao u Teksasu, kao u Nebraski,
Schools like in Saturn and in Nebraska
imaju preko glave studenta.
have more students than they can handle.
U Tennesseeu ima oko 250 studenata
Tennessee has 250 students
na nivou koleđa za pastore.
on the niveau for pastors, college for pastors.
A znam barem jedan koleđ ovdje u Kaliforniji koji ima 2.
I know only one college in California that has only 2.
Zato bi ljudi platili velike novce da dobiju ono što mogu dobiti u community college.
Why should people pay big money for something that they get for free in community college?
Pa da. Znam.
Imam 2 pitanja. Jedno je pitanje, da li ima Jesuits u našoj denomination?
Are there any Jesuits in our denomination?
Znate šta, da vam kažem to.
You know what?
Jezuiti su suviše prefrigani da bi ih bilo ko mogao identificirati.
Jesuits are too refined that anybody could identify them.
To je prvo.
That's number one.
Ja znam 2 za koje se tvrdilo da su jezuiti.
I know for 2 for which I was thinking that they are.
I ja njih znam lično barem 25 godina.
I know them individually for about 25 years.
Jedan je umro.
One died.
Jedan je u penziji sada.
The other one is in retirement.
I ja ne znam zašto bi ih iko zvao da su jezuiti.
I don't know why anybody would call them to be such.
To, znate šta, ima raznih priča. Da vam samo kažem, internet je tako velika glavobolja da ja ne ulazim u njega.
There are many stories, and internet is such a big headache that I don't even go in there.
Ja ne znam kako vi,
I don't know how you,
ali imam dovoljno ličnih poslova i problema i pitanja da ne idem u koje kakve, moram reći, gluposti nekad gdje ljudi stavljaju na internet svašta i onda se čita svašta. Da vam ne dam primjere, ali
I have enough personal work to go and to go into the internet and to see many things that are sometimes far-fetched
Jer bilo je nekada kad je nešto otišlo u javnost, onda je postojao jedan odbor za publikaciju, to se pročitalo, to se tvrdilo, to se potražilo da li su podaci istiniti i tek onda izlazi u javnost. Sada svako može samo pritisnuti dugme i ode.
In the past, there was a committee that was examining an issue and checking to see whether the issue was truthful, and then it was released into the public. But today, everybody can just press the button.
Može.
Is there a big tension between the East and the America?
Pa ima, definitivno ima. Ima i postoji napetost između Izraela i Araba.
There was a question about tensions, and yes, there are tensions between the Islam and the East and America and Israel.
Samo znate šta, ja kad dođe do tih stvari, ja se samo jednoga setim, onoga što je Isus rekao, budite spremni jer ne znate.
When it comes to these things, I say one thing, and this is what Jesus said, you don't be ready because you do not know at what time.
Znate da uvek u adventističkoj crkvi imamo tako uvek nešto oko 20 sestri White.
Because at any time in the Adventist church we have about 20 Ellen Whites
koji tvrde da su proroci.
Who believe that they are prophets.
I onda prorokuju te ovo, te ono.
And then this prophet says this and the other prophet says
I dobiju novac za to.
And then they get money for that.
I onda se ne ispuni.
And then this what they say doesn't take place.
Onda novo dođe.
And then something new comes.
Jer, znate šta, ako bi znali da će Isus doći u utorak, svi bi se pokajali.
If we knew that Jesus was coming on Tuesday, we would all get converted. Question is, what do you think about spirituality and the fact that we were instructed that in questions of truth we stick to the Bible?
Jeste. Suviše bi se moglo o tome govoriti. Ali spiritualnost ima toliko raznih vrsta tih spiritualnosti.
There's so many variety of spirituality.
Jedini problem, ne jedini, nego jedan od važnih problema
kojeg ja vidim
jeste da ta spiritualnost u stvari ne traži mnogo o tome kako se odnositi prema drugima, nego kako se odnositi prema Bogu.
And the problem is that this spirituality is not asking our relationship to
does not put same emphasis on relationship with our neighbors as it puts relationship with God.
With God. Mm-hmm.
Nemam dokumentacije, ali imam dokumentacije kući gde ta spiritualnost je u stvari povezana za spiritizam na jedan ili na drugi način.
I have documentation at home, according to which one could conclude that spirituality is in some way connected with spiritualism.
I nešto što vam mogu reći da je jedan naš bliski rođak.
And something I can say about a very close relative.
Nije u Kišovoj familiji.
It's not in Kish's family.
On i njegova žena
he and his wife
su se dali u taj spiritualizam.
So, they entered into this spiritualism.
I otišli su u New Mexico.
And they went to Mexico?
New Mexico.
Yes, Mexico.
u neku katoličku instituciju
in some Catholic institution,
koja ih je učila o tom duhovnom životu.
which was teaching them about this spiritual life.
Prekinuli su svoje poslove
They stopped their work,
i sada mislili su oni će sada organizovati neku instituciju
they thought that they were going to organize some new institution,
i stvari nisu pošle
and things did not develop.
i oni su nama pričali o tome kako oni imaju mir u duši,
Now they're telling us how they have peace in their soul,
ali stvarna situacija života nije sređena.
but the actual life circumstances very,
I
Question.
roditeljima je jako teško.
and relatives are suffering.
I otac je prestao da im pomaže.
And the father has stopped helping them.
Spiritualnost, prava spiritualnost se ne
True.
odvaja od stvarnosti. A ta vrsta spiritualnosti odvaja nas ne samo od stvarnosti, ali odvaja nas od samih sebe.
This kind of spirituality is separating us from reality and from ourselves.
Ono što ja krivim za javljanje te spiritualnosti jeste što se ne ponašamo onako kako kažemo da se trebamo ponašati.
What I'm concerned about it teaches us to behave not in a way that we should.
Što često šaljemo text messages Bogu umjesto da se stvarno molimo.
Oftentimes we send text messages instead of really praying.
Da stvarno provedemo u introspekciji, da vidimo šta nas boli.
That really spend the time in introspection to see what is
da
wrong
tražimo pomoć od Boga.
and to seek the help from God.
Kad bi to radili, onda ne bi bilo uspjeha sa tim raznim idejama u spiritualizmu.
And if we would do this, then we would not need to depend on these different ideas of spiritualism. Can you tell us something about your services?
What kind of services? Worship services? Oh. Pa ne znam, nema mnogo. Bilo je ona velika stvar
That was a big thing,
iz početka,
In the beginning.
contemporary, šta ja znam.
contemporary services.
Mladi se menjaju.
The youth is changing.
Nego, znate šta se desi? Jeste da vođe mladih ne menjaju se tako brzo kako se mladi menjaju.
What happens is the leaders of the youth are not changing so quickly as the youth.
Ima mesta gde je to jako, ali ne verujem da je to više toliko veliki problem.
There are places where this is intense, but I don't believe that this is a very big thing anymore.
Sve zavisi od koleđa. Jer vidite, problem sa američkim adventizmom jeste da su mladi u koleđima.
All depends on the
Nisu u lokalnim
colleges.
crkvama.
And the youth are not in the local churches, but they are in the colleges.
I onda imate, recimo na Andrusu ima jedan orkestar
Like in Andrews, there's an
koji
orchestra
svira contemporary Christian music.
that plays contemporary Christian music,
Petak naveče, imaju
Friday
koncert svakog petka
and they
naveče.
have concert every Friday evening.
I od 3300 studenata bude oko 50 prisutnih.
From 3,300, there are 50 that are present there.
Tako to još postoji, ali jenjava, nije to
So it exists, but it's not so
kao neko.
strong.
Molim? Imate to?
So sister says that also this is taking place in POC, but they don't have anything much from such students.
Sve zavisi od glave.
All depends on the leaders.
Sad vam se glava promenila.
Now when the leaders
Ja
have
znam tu
changed,
žensku.
now they changed the
Imate
leader.
novog predsjednika.
I know the person.
Ja mislim da će drugačije biti.
I think that it's going to be different now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Posljednje vreme se priča i čuje o mogućnosti otvaranja takozvanih megacrkava.
Have you heard anything about closing of some 5 churches?
No, opening of
Opening.
mega churches. To nije ništa zvanično. Ako neko to otvori, to neće zvanično biti. Jer te mega crkve u stvari ništa stalno ne proizvode. Ljudi su pasivni, samo sede tamo, ništa ne rade i dobijaju samo duhovni kako se kaže, opijum, da se pomire, da se smire i to sve, a u stvari nema ničega stalnog.
So the question was about the mega churches, and the answer was that there's nothing official, and that these mega churches don't give anything steady. People just come there and they're calmed down, and that's all. There's not much of activity.
Nije pomoglo ni to što su našli da je bilo velikih pronevera sa nekoliko tih mega crkava.
And it didn't help that they found that with these mega churches there were also several fraud situations.
Od uvijek mi je smetalo kada sam slušam pastore koji proizvoljno objašnjavaju svete istine. I mislio sam da se uvijek čini veliki disservice veličanstvu biblijske Isusove priče o samoj Bibliji. Ovdje kod nas mi imamo prilike slušati, ja ponekad slušam tog brada Campinga koji govori da će 2011 negdje u 5. mjesecu početi taj rapture, a onda 3-4 mjeseca kasnije to će sve skupa početi se rušiti, tako dalje. I očigledno on ima svoje ljude koji ga slušaju. I kad god ja to čujem, uvijek se molim za one koji slušaju, jer Isusov dolazak koji on tako veličanstveno objašnjava, on jednostavno gazi. I sada kada dođe 11. godina i kada to sve padne u prašinu, šta će se dogoditi sa mnoštvom ljudi koji su to slušali? Pitanje. Da li vi mislite da mi možemo više i na koji način, ja uvijek nekako mislim da možemo, ali ne znam kako, mi kao crkva, da pokušamo pronaći neke nove načine i da kažemo ljudima, no to nije tako, to je ovako. Da li postoji nešto drugo što bismo mi možda mogli ili treba razmišljati o tome da ipak uzdignemo te istine tamo gdje ih treba da bude?
I'm concerned when preachers are talking about truths and they represent them in a wrong way. Example is Brother Campion that talks about the coming of Christ in 2011, and what for all these people when this comes and it doesn't take place. I'm praying for all the listeners. My question is, is there anything that we can do to help the listeners and the public to really uplift the actual truths?
Imam dva odgovora.
I have 2 answers.
Prvi odgovor je
First answer is
da crkva već jako puno radi.
the church is what?
Church already is doing a lot.
Oh, the church is already doing a lot.
Ima raznih načina na koji se propoveda evanđelje.
There are many ways that we're preaching the evangelism.
A drugo, ne znam,
Second?
mislio sam da ti to kažem onako otvoreno, ali pošto te znam, onda ću ti reći. Ljudi više volu slušati laž nego istinu.
I can tell you, people rather like to listen to the lies than the
Uvek
truth.
će više biti onih koji će slušati laž nego istinu.
There will be always more people
Evo
listening to
to je
lies.
ispunjenje proročanstva u 2. Timotiju poslanici u 4. glavi.
This is a fulfillment of this prophecy in 2 Timothy's
3. i 4. stih.
4th and 3rd text.
Jer će doći vreme kad zdrave nauke neće slušati.
Because time will come when they are not going to stand the truth.
U originalu kažu neće podnositi.
It says they're not going to stand the truth.
Ljudi neće podnositi zdravu nauku.
People are not going to be able to stand the truth.
Nego će po svojim željama nakupiti sebi učitelje kako ih uši svrbe.
But will find, according to their desires, speakers,
I odvratit će uši od istine.
and will turn their ears from the truth.
To vam je kao kad vozite kola i ima lampica se upalila, da je neki problem sa transmisijom.
That's when you drive and the little lamp goes on, saying there's a problem with transmission,
And you do not go to mechanic.
and you don't go.
A ne idete kod mehaničara,
You don't go to the mechanic
zato što ćete morati platiti $2,000,
because it's going to cost you $2,000.
nego pitate taštu vašu.
But you ask your relative,
Jer će ona reći samo ti idi.
and you ask your mother-in-law because
jeftinije.
mother-in-law is going to tell you, oh, just drive.
Ne, to je taj 4. stih.
And this is this 4th verse.
Odvratit će uši od istine i okrenut će se gatalicama.
They will turn their ears from the truth and turn them to fables.
Machiavelli iz 15. veka iz Firence
Machiavelli, out of the 15th century, out of Firenze,
napisao je knjigu jednu
wrote a book
u kojoj je on rekao, ako hoćeš da budeš uspešan,
which he said, if you want to be successful,
onda na prvom mestu nemoj održavati obećanja.
then first don't give any promises.
Jer, kaže, ima dovoljno naivnih ljudi
There is enough naive people
koje možeš prevariti 2 ili 3 puta.
whom you can deceive
2-3 times.
2-3 times.
Drugo, rekao je, nemoj biti darežljiv.
Don't be giving.
Ako hoćeš da budeš darežljiv,
If you want to be giving,
onda budi darežljiv s tuđim novcem.
then with somebody else's money,
I onda ćeš postati bogat.
then you will become wealthy.
I svete ima nešto oko 10 principa takvih
So there's about 10 different principles
po kojima se sadašnji svet i ekonomija jako povodila i zato smo krahnuli.
according to which our present economy has followed, and we see where we are.
Ja shvatam i saosjećam sa tobom, sa željom da mi budemo jasniji, da budemo jači i to sve i ne smemo prestati s tom željom i možemo raditi mnogo više.
Yeah.
Ali da ćemo imati više slušalaca, to ne vjerujem.
I realize this problem, and I sympathize with you, and we need to continue full force to proclaim the gospel, but whether we're going to have more listeners, I don't know.
Može.
Kako se odvijaju danas događaji u naše vreme iz otkrivenja 13.
What is the development of the events today? Is it in the Revelation 13th chapter?
Ima barem 10 teorija.
There are at least 10 different theories.
Ima barem 10 teorija.
At least 10 theories.
Znate šta, kad dođe do interpretacije proročanstva, moramo biti oprezni.
You know, when it comes to interpretation of prophecies, we have to be very careful.
Sestra White je rekla neke stvari,
Ellen White said some things,
to stoji,
and that stands.
a ima toliko raznih drugih interpretacija.
But there are many other interpretations.
Ja se ne bi upuštao ni u jednu interpretaciju.
I would not like to enter in any of those. There was a
Ja
hand.
bi, ako bi mogao i ako bi se osjećala slobodno, ja bi te pitao zašto pitaš to pitanje.
If you would like to be open, I would like to ask you, why do you ask this question?
Pa znaš šta?
What is in front of us?
Onda je mnogo važnije pitanje gdje ti stojiš.
Then it's more important to say, where do I stand, or where do you stand personally?
To je naša odgovornost.
This is our responsibility.
A stvari će se razvijati kako će se razvijati.
There is a hand in the back.
Može.
Živim u jednom susjedstvu koje je u blizini jednog mega church. I većina mojih prijatelja su adventisti. Nisu.
Nisu adventisti. Yeah.
They get information and entertainment at the same time. So I'm wondering, how do I, as an Adventist, explain my church to them without them rolling their eyes and saying, oh, that's boring, that's traditional? How do I explain why I celebrate the Sabbath? Why my Sabbath starts on Friday and not on Sunday? How do I explain that to someone who goes to a church where they listen to worship music and they celebrate?
Ja imam te prijatelje koji nisu adventisti i pohađaju te velike crkve i pitanje je kako sada njima prikazati našu istinu da ne bi rekli pa to je dosadno, mi imamo druge stvari koje mi radimo i koje nisu toliko dosadne.
Prvo ima mesto i vreme za sve.
First of all, there is a place and time for everything.
That's what Solomon said.
That's what
To
Solomon
je
said.
što Solomon rekao.
That's what Solomon said.
Ima vreme za fun,
There's a time for fun.
ima vreme za spavanje,
There's a time for sleep.
ima vreme za rekreaciju,
Time for recreation.
ali mora biti vreme i za koncentraciju i za otvaranje prema Bogu.
There must be time for concentration and opening towards God.
Mora da bude vreme kada se suočavamo sa svemogućim Bogom.
There has to be time when we are facing the Almighty God.
Moramo se suočiti isto i sa Bogom kao sudijom.
We have to face God also as a judge.
Ne možemo se zadovoljiti samo sa jednim opisom Boga,
We cannot be satisfied just with one description of God,
jer to onda nije puna istina.
because this is not a full truth.
Zavisi šta ljudi traže u crkvi.
Depends what people are searching in a church.
Crkva je zato da bismo slušali šta Bog ima da nama kaže.
Church is therefore to hear what God has to tell us,
Da njega slavimo.
so to praise Him.
Istina je da postoje pesme koje su u stilu mladih
It is true there are songs that are in the style of youth,
i istina je da u crkvama gdje ima više mladih, oni onda s vremena na vreme imaju bogosluženje odvojeno.
It is truth that when there is a lot of youth, sometimes they have separate worships.
Recimo tako je u koledžima.
For instance, that takes place in colleges.
Ali ima nešto što je jako važno kada smo članovi crkve gdje ima i starih i mladih.
But there's something very important that when we're members of the church that there are older and younger people together.
Onda mlađi vuku starije, da ne vuku noge, da malo zapevaju nešto brže, da odgovaraju na pitanje ne koje su čuli prije 300 godina, nego aktuelna pitanja a mladi će to njima postaviti takva pitanja.
Then the youth is stimulating the older members, for instance, to sing faster and to get the answers, not the answers that they have heard for the last 300 years, but to be stimulated with new answers.
Samo jedan kratki slučaj, kratki primjer.
Just a little example.
Studenti iz šumarstva
Students from the forestry
izašli su u šumu.
came out in the forest,
I kako su proučavali šumu,
and as they were studying about forest,
kad su došli kod profesora,
they came to the professor,
pa kažu oni profesoru, mi bi htjeli jedan deo zemljišta,
and said, we would like to have a piece of land
da mi stavimo našu šumu.
so that we place there our forest.
I oni su im dali to.
So they gave it to them.
Posadili oni isto drveće,
They plant their forest, the same trees,
iste godine,
the same year,
i raste šuma.
and the forest is growing.
Njihova teorija je,
Their theory was,
mi ako napadne bolest,
their theory was, if the disease
mi
attacks,
ćemo avionom preći i pošpricati i sva ta ista drveta će ozdraviti.
we're going to just pass through with the plane and spray them, and they will heal.
I upotrebljavat ćemo isto gnojivo.
And we're going to use the same fertilizers,
I šuma će rasti.
and the forest is going to grow.
Jer kažu oni, ako su velika drveta i mala drveta zajedno,
Because they say, if there are big trees and little trees together,
onda velika drveta stave u zasenku i mala drveta nemaju dovoljno sunca da se razviju.
then the big trees are putting shadow on the small ones, and the small ones don't have a chance to grow.
Za nekoliko godina
After-
nije bilo šume više.
After a couple of years, there was no forest.
Zato što kad je suša došla,
So when there was a drought,
pa kad su drveta već dosta porasla,
when the trees really grew
pa je
strong,
veliki vetar prošao,
then a big wind passed through,
pa kad je naišla neka štetočina, pa je kao vatra se umnožila.
when then some bug came and they transmitted themselves so quickly,
Onda su shvatili da je bolje imati razna drveta, tako ako se jedno drvo zarazi, sljedeće drvo to ne ferma i to stane se.
then they realized that it was more important to have trees of different sizes and ages together so that the bigger ones can protect the younger ones.
Jovan je bio otprilike u 20. godinama,
Ivan
možda
was,
početkom 30.
In about 20 to 30 years old.
A Petar je bio u otprilike 60. godina.
Peter was in about 60 years old.
Originalna crkva je isto tako bila.
The original church was also spread in age composition.
I think we can be concerned when people go to church for entertainment. Where do they go to meet God? To meet their own conscience? To feed their own spiritual needs?
Treba da se zabrinemo kad deca idu u crkvu zbog razonove.
Ja,
Gde će onda naći zadovoljiti svoje potrebe za duhovnošću?
jest. A s druge strane,
On the other side,
onda crkva mora da misli kako im naći razonodu koja nije riskantna.
then the church has to think how to find entertainment that is not risky.
Mesto, način,
To find a way
i da se onda stari isto u to angažiraju.
so that also the older one are
Naročito
included.
subotom kad sunce nikad da sedne.
Especially when the sun is not settling down
A
too
ja se
soon.
sećam, dolazili su kod nas u dvorište, pa su se igrali neke igre, pa se i starešina igrao, pa je trčao oko kruga i pao je i uprljao pantalone i svi su se smejali. I onda kad je bio omladinski čas, onda su svi došli stariji i slušali nas kako mucamo za katedrom i sve, a ne kad subota poslijepodne dođe pa ima omladinski čas, a mi odemo kući, pa po našem metabolizmu.
And this was like they came together to our yard and they played and ran around, and the elder fell and got a spot on his pants, and everybody laughed. And then they got together to the afternoon program, and they were all stuttering. But it was different. It was a program, not when everybody goes and takes care into the leisurely activities instead of program. If you said this, what you said, I would not have raised my hand.
Nekako mi stari nikako ne daju primjedbu da nema dovoljno oduševljenja i razonode i živih života u crkvi. To uvijek mladi govore.
Because we as older ones never say that we don't have enough life in our church, so only the youth is talking about it.
Dok od mladih čekamo da budu strpljivi s nama, mi moramo biti svesni da su oni mladi i da im crkva pruži, naročito kad nismo crkva 1000 članova pa da ima grupe i youth pastor, nego to je sve zajedno. Nas oko 100 ovdje moramo svakom udovoljiti onima.
Especially if we're not a church of 1,000, but smaller, then we need really to work to the satisfaction of everybody, and this is not easy, but we need to accommodate.
Ako ćemo se odlučiti da nekome ugađamo, najmanje meni moje prošlo, bolje mladima.
And if we're going to accommodate, then I think that we should accommodate more the youth than the older ones. So the question here is, knowing that our church has ways of responding to the important things, there are several issues that are very pronounced. For instance, when the time came of Proposition 8 and homosexuality, then example of one minister there proclaiming that this is not only right, but completely opposite to our beliefs. Why should we send our children to Loma Linda, for instance, to be taught such ungodly principles? And this Loma Linda Hollywood Church, the same. Is our conference watching this and trying to protect us in the church? Where do we stand on that?
Pokušat ću odgovoriti oprezno.
I'm going to try to answer very carefully. I'm not a prophet.
Ali Andrews će imati jednu konferenciju u oktobru.
Andrews will have a conference in October
o homoseksualstvu.
About homosexuality.
Odgovorili su, koliko ja znam, odgovorili su Juliusu Namu i ovom David Larson.
They answered to these individuals that were mentioned.
I samo ne možete po zakonu, ne možete jednog profesora koji se izražava na osnovu svojih istraga, ne možete ga jednostavno izbaciti.
According to the law, you cannot just kick out a professor that is talking about some of his investigations.
Jer profesori imaju tenure.
Because they have tenure.
Ako su bili kako treba,
if they were acceptable,
i nakon 8 godina
after 8 years
predavanja
teaching
i publikacija dobiju tenure, a to njima garantuje posao na tom univerzitetu.
That guarantees them the work at the university.
Da bi se poduzele stvari protiv toga, treba imati vodstvo koje ima dovoljno petlje da se s tim suočava.
In order to face this, the leadership has to have enough get-go to really face these issues.
Cilj ove konferencije je upravo da odgovara. Izašla je i knjiga, znaš za tu knjigu? Izašla je knjiga koju su napisali o homoseksualstvu.
There's a book that they wrote.
Ne sjećam se sad.
I don't know the name of this book.
Ima samo jedan članak kojeg je napisao profesor sa Andrewsa, koji pokušava da demantuje sve druge članke, a po mom mišljenju to je bilo naivno od strane profesora sa Andrewsa, da on jedini govori protiv 12-13 članaka.
So
nikad to neće biti efektivno.
I felt that this was not fair, that one professor is now fighting 12 or 13 others. This is not going to be so effective.
Od mene traže da ja baš takve stvari radim. A ja se bojim, jer ako ja stavim moje ime tamo, onda će ljudi koji mene znaju reći, pa knjiga je verovatno dobra jer Kiš ne bi tamo pisao. Tako je to malo naivno izašlo.
So they're asking me to get involved, but then people that read my books, my name, they would say, well, I know that the book is right, because we believe in quality.
Ali Paulson je iz svog ofisa odgovorio i zahtevao je da Loma Linda preuzme
payment.
Mere da se Julius Nam izolira i da nema uticaja više. Imaju oni ethics center koji je institucija sama po sebi. Lekari u Loma Lindi imaju puno novca i onda ta institucija nije adventistička institucija. Spektrum nije adventistički to je independent ministry. Adventism Today je independent ministry.
So what I can say is that Pastor Paulson has requested that Loma Linda takes care of this situation with this one instance. And now Loma Linda has this ethics committee, which is non-Adventist. And these magazines are not Adventist. They're just free ministries. and therefore there's not a direct influence.
Jeste, ne čita svako sve.
Zašto, mislim, kad se neki članak pojavi, zašto ne postoji neko ko bi na nekom blogu zvanično iz naše crkve dao komentar? Jer mislim da u današnje doba interneta to bi bio način kako bi generalna
mogla bi.
Ako vi odete na Adventist.org, to je vrlo štur website, jednostavno stvari se ne menjaju, fluktuacija informacija je vrlo siromašna. Kada bi postojao neki blog, gde bi postojali ljudi koji bi pratili određene stvari i kada se pojavi članak, kada se pojavi informacija, jednostavno neko da otkuca 2-3 pasosa i da kaže pravilo se to i to, pravilo se to i to, mi iz generalno mislimo da je to pogrešno. Onda ja, na primjer, koji to prati ili neko drugi, bi znao, aha, moja crkva prati i moja crkva je spremna da vodi u ogradu tamo gde treba.
Here's a suggestion.
Dobra ideja, jer mi to dobijamo. Ja sam to dobio, čak su mi poslali knjigu za badava i sve. Ja to znam, samo nije to moj posao. To je ovaj Biblical Research Institute koji je, njih ima 5 tamo. Ja sam član njihovog odbora, vidimo se stalno, u oktobru imamo sastanak opet, pa ću ja tvoj speech ponoviti njima.
Here's a suggestion, to have maybe an instance that would, in a small statement, make known to everybody on the internet, that something is being stated, and the General Conference stand is not accepting this, so that everybody else knows that our church is following what's happening. And Pastor is saying, he is a member of this committee, and he will take the suggestion to the next meeting.
U ovom trenutku dolazimo do posljednjih pitanja. Znači, još jedno pitanje može da dođe sada i onda smo gotovi. Ako nema pitanja, onda završamo.
So now we're coming to the last question. If there's no question, then we're finishing. So I have a question about the text that says, that there's a sin that we should pray about, and then there's a sin that we should not pray about.
Sin unto death and sin that is not unto death.
Yes.
Yeah. To je drugi način izražavanja greh protiv Svetoga Duha ili drugi gresi.
The other way to express this is a sin against the Holy Spirit compared to other sins.
Izražaj greh protiv Svetoga Duha je što je Isus upotrebio i apostol Pavle. A apostol Jovan kaže greh koji vodi smrti i greh koji ne vodi smrti.
Jesus was talking about.
Sad, što se tiče greha protiv Svetoga Duha, to nije ni jedan greh sam po sebi. Greh protiv Svetoga Duha je stanje duše.
The sin against the Holy Spirit is not just any sin, but it's a state of the soul.
A to stanje je tragično stanje kada je čovjek oguglao na dobro i postao je takav rob tom grehu da više nije u stanju da traži za oproštaj.
This is a serious condition of a soul where a person is deaf and unable to get any impulses about the truth, and he just continues in one direction.
Kada čitaš glavu o Judi u ovom Želji vekova i glavu o Petru, onda se Stravajt lepo objašnjava kako je ozbiljnost Petrovog greha i ozbiljnost Judinog greha bio isti. Ali, kaže, Juda više nije bio u stanju da se iskreno pokaje. Otišao je suviše daleko.
Ellen White writes in the chapters about Peter and about Judas and explains how Judas actually became so numb that he was not able to receive any warnings anymore and to respond.
Ako čitate Jovan 13. glavu, ono na kraju kad su imali zadnju večeru.
When you read John the 13th chapter, when we talk about, there talks about the Last
Kad
Supper,
je Isus rekao, jedan od vas će me izdati.
Jesus said, one of you is going to betray me.
I svi pitaju da li sam ja.
And everybody asks, am I?
I Juda pita.
And Judas is asking
Isus
that.
njemu kaže ti si.
And Jesus says, yes,
A
you are.
učenici to nisu shvatili.
And the disciples did not realize that.
I Juda nije mogao to shvatiti.
And Judas didn't even understand that.
I onda je Isus rekao da na drugi način pokaže, kaže, kome god ja dam komad hleba umočen u vino, taj će me izdati.
And then Jesus said to clarify, he says, if I take a piece of bread and put it in a wine and give it to him, this is the person that is going to betray me.
E sada, taj gest
This gesture
je gest najveće počasti.
is the gest of the highest privilege.
Ako ste počasni gost u nekom domu,
If you're a privileged guest in a home,
onda domaćin doma uzme komad hleba, umoči u vino i da vama ako ste počasni gost, svi to znaju.
then the owner is putting a piece of bread in the wine and giving to this high esteemed guest.
Tako da je Isus dao najveću čast.
So Jesus gave Judas the highest honor.
A kad čitate sljedeći stih,
And when you read the next verse,
stih kaže da sa tim zalogajem đavo je ušao u
with this, the text says that with this morsel of bread, Satan entered into Judas' soul.
Tako da je Juda sada postao marioneta đavola
So the Judah became a puppet of Satan,
i zato se ne vredi moliti.
and therefore it's not recommended to pray.
U redu?
Ovo je tačno 2